Page 9, Little March. On page 8, they're covering the 3 scales, the C scale, G scale, and F scale. And the stuff they've got there is what I cover in my scale videos. The fingering's the same. It's 1 octave up and down. You need to know these scales. The dynamics that they're suggesting, they're just ideas. You don't have to use those dynamics. I mean, you need to use all kinds of dynamics. When you practice the scale, you can practice getting louder going up and soft, or you can practice getting softer going up and louder coming down, and practice one hand louder than the other. And you practice all kinds of things while doing the scale. This is the reason I don't use drills or finger exercises per se. I just use the scales because you need to know the scales anyway, and you can practice all this other stuff while you're doing the scales. Now at the bottom of page 9, they have the chords, primary chords for these. They're showing G major. You got to know in all the keys, the C chord, and C major, the 1 chord, 4 chord, 5/7 chord. They're showing G major, 1 chord, 4, 5/7 chord, F major, 1 chord, 4, 5/7 chord. You just, on both hands, you need to know the chords. It'll come in really handy. It makes it easier reading music and progressing through if you can get these chords. I don't have any videos dedicated to the chords. Now, in a little march, let's talk about that. 4/4 time. Let's take it 1 hand at a time to start. The right hand is up here on the C, and I'm assuming you know the names of the notes in the music. You should have known that a long time ago. If you don't know the names of the notes, I encourage you to go back to the previous book and go through it again. Learn the names of the notes. Drill yourself. They should instantly know what they are. This is a C. You know it's a C, and you know it's this C on the piano. Now put your hand in this position. That was a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Get the idea? Second line, you're starting up here, you're playing the whole thing here. And then at the end, they have the little arrow. All you're doing is just lifting. The wrist leads it, and you just lift up. You want a nice, relaxed wrist as you play anyway, and a lot of times the wrist is going to collapse quite a bit when you play, and that's okay. Don't play with a stiff wrist. So just lift up with the wrist. There. I don't know about the gently thing, but just lift from the wrist like they're saying, yes. Left hand, starting on middle C, thumb here, so you're here. And they're whole notes to start with, and then it'll be, and then a couple half notes, blah, blah, blah. The second line, last measure, again, you're lifting up with, like the right hand. Put the hands together here. At the last measure here, you lift up together on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, right on 3. Because beat 2 ends when beat 3 begins. Therefore, you lift up on 3. As far as articulation, you play everything pretty much legato. Dynamic-wise, you're starting out loud here. See the F? Actually, the whole thing is loud. That's the right hand. The left hand, keep it down to maybe a moderate loud or to moderate soft here. We want to hear the right hand. The left hand is only there to support it. We want to hear the right hand, so you play the right hand loud. As far as the speed goes, Allegro is, they give you a metric. Allegro's fast. Not as fast as you can go, hopefully, but fast. Think of a nice march. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That kind of thing. Eventually, when you're learning it, you go slow, and then you gradually speed it up. Now, they're suggesting here also that you transpose this, because you're in this position. And if you just transpose it to the appropriate position for the other keys, you can play it in the other keys. For instance, if I want to play it in G, then I'm going to put, since I'm in a C position, right now we're in C major, so the right hand's in C position, I'm going to put it in G position. I'm going to put it up here. And the left hand is in an F position. It's the fourth up from C's here and I'm here. So I'm just going to go for a G position. I'm going to go up to the fourth above G. See, right now F is 1, 2, 3, 4 above C. We're in the key of C. I'm going to go the fourth up above G to find my position for the right hand, for the left hand. This is left. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's here. Another way of doing it is the thumbs. I'm starting on C for this C major. Well, I'm going to start on G, the thumbs on G for G major. And that's my position. And then I just play the same fingers. See, in G major has an F sharp. You got to include that. I'm just playing the same fingers I would play for these. I'm just here. In fact, you can pretend like you're just reading in C major. Just pretend your hands are in those positions and just play the notes. On F major is the same thing. For F, I'm going to put the thumbs on F and we're going to go here. Remember, F has a B flat. So we'll do it again. You play it in F major. That's the idea of transposing. That went kind of fast. You go slow and take your time with it. It's kind of fun. It's just, I'd like you to understand the whole idea of transposing is you're simply moving up and down various intervals from where you were, and it gets involved. So we'll talk more about it in the future. So I'd like to play this march really, really slow and have you play it with me to make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. Not going to do the dynamic. I mean, it's loud, doesn't matter. So I'll give us 4 counts. So let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.